Smoky Road by Frank Gruber, a Western novel that you should be reading. Hi, I'm Gary Lovisi, and this time we're going to take a look at Western digest novels. You know, Westerns are a genre that a lot of people don't think about today. They don't read them, but there's a lot of really good books in that Western genre that people should be reading. They have hard-boiled heroes, great characters, great stories, and terrific books. One of them is Smoky Road. This is by Frank Gruber. It's a savage gunslinger rides the vengeance trail. A little while ago, I did one of the videos on Frank and Lois Gruber and his pulp writing for detective and Western stories. And I mentioned this book and showed it. And I got intrigued. I hadn't read it at that time. And I said, yeah, this really looks like an interesting book. I read the Norman Saunders cover, of course, is just terrific and really has a lot of impact. So that interested me. The blurb on the cover, he rides the vengeance trail. Okay, let's see. So I started reading it. It's about Jim Rawls, who's supposedly the fastest gun in the West. He's a legendary gunfighter and a killer, cold-blooded killer. And he rides into Meadowlands, this valley, which has a town of the same name. And as he rides into the valley, he sees there's a hanging party going on, and he doesn't like that too much. So he doesn't know who's involved or why or the reason for, but he just doesn't like guys hanging some poor guy. So he stops it. And from that point on, he gets involved with the situation that's going on in this valley and among the ranchers. And there's a lot of factions and a lot of fighting and controversy going on. And just one thing in the back cover, the blurb, tells a little bit about it. One of the cagey saloon keeper, when he says, "I've heard of you, Jim Rawls, so I guess has everyone in the West. A lot of people don't even believe you exist. You're a legend. You've had a lot of fights, and people say you're the fastest man with a gun in the West. You've left a trail of dead men behind you. Personally, I always took those stories with a grain of salt. But what I've seen and heard of you since yesterday has changed my mind. I think the stories are true. In fact, I don't think they've told half enough." And that's Jim Rawls. Hard-boiled hero, interesting character, and this is a book you're going to really enjoy reading. So I just want to recommend it to you and recommend Westerns in general, Frank Gruber Westerns in particular, but this book, Smoky Road. I wouldn't have titled it that. I would have titled it something else like Jim Rawls Manhunter or something, but the proof's in the pudding. You read this book and you're going to enjoy it. It's a mini classic of tough Western fiction, and you're going to like the Jim Rawls character too. So with that, I'm going to say adios, amigos, and see you next time.